The fact that you got 5 big men as all first team, y'all are lazy now.
He's hating. He was a point guard that didn't even play defense, and he sees what the league is now, and he just needs something to hate on.
Let's get into the all rookie, all NBA, all defensive teams. Let's start with Gilbert Arenas, Damo's guy.
This is dumb.
Let it be known, Gil.
The easiest job on defense is to sit back there and just wait for the guard to get there to block the shot. Yeah. Right? Picking somebody up full court, trying to keep them from there. Like the guard has more responsibility defensively. So the guard has to pick up full court. If there's doing some trapping, they got to do some switching, right? So they're doing a lot of heavy lifting on the defensive end, and the big man is back there blocking and securing the rebound, right? So the fact that you got 5 big men as all first team, y'all are lazy now. Think about the best players in the NBA. When we bring it down, when it comes to just ranking them, if we say, all right, Jokic, Embiid, right, 1, 2, and then we can throw in Giannis 3, right? From there, then it goes guards before you get to Anthony Davis. So that means, the Shays, the Lukas, the Kyries, whoever got to guard LeBron, whoever got to guard Tatum, Booker, KD, Curry. Like, think about all the people that got to guard these people, right? You just got to be great on 3 people that whole season, right? So if you're on the East or you're on the East or the West, you're only playing one of those big men a few times. So you're not being challenged all year round like somebody like a Caruso, Holiday. They're being challenged.
He's specifically referring to the all NBA defensive team having this many big men. It's lazy for voters to just put them on the first team like that. We'll start off with thoughts.
That nigga's a clown. He's wrong. If you look at that list of 4 bigs, because Herb Jones is a perimeter defender, he's not a fucking big. If you look at that list of 4 bigs, only one of them fits the description of the type of big that defends the way he was complaining about, and that was Gobert. The other 3 are some of the most versatile, diverse, best defenders there are for big men, and they're not just standing in the rim. They are switching off on these perimeter guys that you have to try to stop, these threes, dynamic, bigger 2s, whatever it is. They are switching out there to stop these possessions. They are not just camping at the rim. They're roaming. They're moving. They're stopping. Legit, I'm watching Wemby stop fast breaks 3-on-1, and it's 2 guards he's stopping. He's not stopping a 3-on-1 all bigs break. Like, no. He's stopping guards. He's making guys second guess their shots. He's affecting jumpers at a rate that a lot of bigs never do. Same thing can be said for a guy like AD in the half court with his defense switching off on guys, making it tough. We've seen it in the playoffs on Jamal Murray. A reason why Jamal Murray had such a tough playoff against us. Like, I mean, it picked up in the end, but I mean, he picked his shots whenever, but he was inefficient because of the defense Anthony Davis was able to give. That's disingenuous to just label everybody like they're, I can't even say Kenyon Martin, because Kenyon Martin wasn't a typical defensive big man. He was like a modern era big in terms of defense, like these guys. I mean, it's just a nigga hating. He's hating. He was a point guard that didn't even play defense, and he sees what the league is now, and he just needs something to hate on.
Yeah, the responsibility of bigs now are so different compared to the 90s. Like, I think the 90s, your main responsibility is obviously be a rim protector and play one-on-one defense against great offensive bigs, because that was the era of Patrick Ewing, Hakeem, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal. But now, the lack of versatility argument is crazy when, again, the reason why we revere Bam and AD and Vic and even Gobert to a certain extent, the way that we do is because of how versatile they are. They can protect the rim at an elite rate, and then they can also guard perimeter players. I will say this, though, I guess to agree with Gil, I do think perimeter defense is becoming a little bit underrated, if anything. Mm-hmm. Because I'm looking at these 4 teams in the conference finals right now. They are being led by wings and guards. And at the end of the day, whose matchup are those? It's the perimeter point of attack defenders. So for none of those guys to get the credit to be first team all defense, I understand like the who would you get rid of question. And I would probably agree with the list. I still agree with the list, but I just think overall perimeter defense is being a little bit underrated at this point. But also, it's just a lot of the great bigs in the league, a lot of the great tall guys in the leagues aren't present in the playoffs right now, so we're not really seeing their impact as well.
Guys, the NBA playoffs are heating up, and I am excited to bring to you PrizePicks, the best way to play daily fantasy sports. All you're going to do is download the app, go to the website, and then you're going to select your players and make some picks. I'm going to go Evan Mobley, more on points, easy one. And I'm going to go Devin Booker, less on his PRA. I'm going to put some money in, $1 million. I'm going to go ahead and hit place entry.
And if you use code LKIB, PrizePicks will match up to 100% on your first deposit up to $100.
Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this episode. I actually agree to an extent with what Gil is saying. And it's kind of what B Souls was saying. I think for a long time, the wing, the perimeter position has been disrespected defensively. Some of the great defenders of all time on the perimeter don't have any sort of defensive recognition. They're usually the last ones to get, picked in these defensive conversations. And it is becoming increasingly more important. I understand, the center has that note that hey, he's the biggest, tallest guy. The shots are at the rim. He can defend them easier, But the way that we disrespect it, is kind of egregious. I do want to ask y'all a question though. Who's the best defender all time NBA history? Let's just get a name out there that we can try to get to consensus.
Hakeem or Bill Russell for me. Probably
Okay.
Hakeem.
Hakeem, Bill Russell, or Wilt.
Okay, Hakeem, Bill Russell, we'll say Hakeem. We'll just say Hakeem. Would you rather have a Hakeem level, you're building a team, a Hakeem level interior defender or a Hakeem level perimeter defender? And by level, I mean I think this is the greatest defender of all time on the perimeter or on the interior.
So on the perimeter, what would a name that you would associate with that? Scottie Pippen type shit?
It would be you, but I don't want you to associate it with a name. I just, a Hakeem level being, this is the best defender in NBA history, perimeter version. Let's put it like that.
Interior.
Why interior in today's game?
In today's game, well, to me, the greatest defensive center of all time wouldn't just be guarding the interior. They'd also be able to switch onto guards, onto forwards, and defend that way. So they're affecting the game not only from the inside and the outside. It's just to ask a guard to defend the inside at a high level is just extremely hard to do. And I do think defending the paint is just much more important than defending the perimeter. So.
Damo, retweet.
And I mean, essentially retweet, but I would just say even in a era like we're seeing today of people relying on perimeter shots and playing the perimeter more, we're still seeing a lot of games come down to the wire, and the priority is eliminate anything at the basket, keep away from the basket. We're still seeing, no matter what kind of offensive boom we're in, the teams that are still here because of the fact that, yes, they do have guys that can light you up from the perimeter or whatever it is, but they have guys that are getting to the rim and finishing. They have guys that are able to finish at a very, very high level on damn near all sides at this point. So I just feel like if I'm building my defense, if I can get a guy that's going to prevent any and everything at the rim, and you're relegated to being at the perimeter, I'd rather deal with that versus, okay, I got a guy or a group of guys that are making this perimeter like Alcatraz. So, hey, we'll lock you up out there. You got to come play inside. All right. Well, I hope I don't got Jokic to fit in the rim because it's going to look bad at that point.
I would just think that if we'll just say Tony Allen, just to make it easier. If Tony Allen is guarding whoever the best perimeter player is on your team, point of attack, all that stuff, he still has to go score on Tony Allen. I understand we could have Jokic back there, but at the end of the day, Tony Allen is still the one making your life miserable trying to get to the rim. But no, I mean, I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer. Just trying to get people's thought processes on it.